This morning, our speaker is the Reverend Lelia Cutler. She is a spiritualist minister from the Memorial Spiritualist Church in Norfolk. She's been ordained since 1988.
Good morning. What a delight to be here. And this is a beautiful spring day. You know, April rain brings May flowers. So we try to look with rejoicing at having the dew fall, right? Oh, yeah. You know, last Sunday was Easter. Y'all can't tell I use this a lot, can you? Okay. Got little pieces of paper sticking out all over. But last Sunday was Easter, and it was my privilege to do the service at home. And there's a couple selections that have to do with the Easter story that kind of speak to me. So I'm going to share them again this morning. Whoops. Okay. You know, this is the season when all things are new. It's as we look around us and we see the joyful energy that is arising at this point in time, then it makes us think of glorious Easter. Now, I'm a Morris Pratt examiner. Yes. Okay. And there's a question in there, you know, what are the phenomena of Easter? Well, most of us know what the phenomena of Easter are. You know, the phenomena of Easter, yes, prophecy. Wow. Today thou shalt be with me in paradise. That's a prophecy. The fact that Jesus told them ahead of time, you know, I'm going to be crucified and I will arise on the third day. That's prophecy. Okay, which he fulfilled. And then he also told Peter, he said, you know, you're going to deny me 3 times before the cock crows. Peter says, no, not me, Lord. Never. I love you. Oh, yeah. Somebody walks up to Peter and says, you're in that crowd with Jesus, aren't you? No, not me. And that happened 3 times. Oh, my. But, you know, we think sometimes that the joy that we experience is just a natural thing. And I believe it is. But I do believe that this story is the beginning of enlightenment in the world in a lot of ways. So I want to share a selection from the 27th chapter of Matthew, and it starts with the 50th verse. And it says, and when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. We all know that we do that too, regardless. We all give up our spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from the top to bottom. Now, this was not a man standing there ripping something, okay? This is phenomena. The earth shook and rocks split. The tombs broke open, and the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs, and after Jesus' resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many people. That's a part of the story that I don't remember hearing when I was growing up in that little Baptist church off the corner. And when I was reading through this and preparing for last week, I thought, I love that selection. Wow. And the spirits rose out of the tombs and went into the city. Gee, did they know that they had to lay in that tomb until something like this happened? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Now, think about the fact back in those days, you know, the tombs were huge holes in the ground, and they rolled big rocks in front of them and all of that. But these people had been probably in their graves, in their tombs, for quite a while. But now, all of a sudden, the earth shakes, the curtain tears, rocks split. Wow, maybe I'm free. Maybe I'm free. Maybe I can get out of here and walk around and talk to my loved ones. Wow, wouldn't that be wonderful? Yes. So they rose and they appeared. Isn't that a wonderful phenomena? To me it is. The idea that spirits that had been in their tombs for all this time are now free and they're out walking around. I love it. I love it. We all have loved ones who are on the spirit side of life. And wouldn't we just feel grateful for something like that to have happened? This is the beginning of enlightenment. Tear that curtain at that temple, because now the priesthood is not totally in control of what's written. Now the people have access to the Holy of Holies. Now the people can learn about those wonderful writings. Now the people have access to learning. Oh, isn't that fabulous? You know, I've been a teacher most of my life, and the fact that you think about people learning, it just gives you such excitement. It gives me excitement anyway. I see a few faces lighting up. Okay, but when we feel like that it's the start of something brand new, it's like flowers bursting out of the ground. And they were little dead bulbs, you know. We planted them. And now all of a sudden there's a green sprout there. So that's newness, yes. So you ask, well, what's the other one that you like so well? Well, I have to go over to John for that one. And when I go over to John for that one, I'm going to the 20th chapter, and let's go back up to the 10th verse. Why not? Okay. The disciples went back to their homes after the crucifixion. But Mary stood outside the tomb crying. Now we know who Mary is, don't we? Mary Magdalene. We know. I firmly believe that Mary Magdalene was Jesus' wife. So, you know, she would be there, okay, with her friends, all right. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels in white, seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and one at the foot. Now, would that scare the blank out of you? You know, you look into this tomb. Wait a minute, I was waiting to see a corpse wrapped in linen. They didn't have crypts and caskets and stuff in those days. They wrapped them in linen cloths. And she was expecting to see her loved one lying in there wrapped in linen. That wasn't the case. Oh my goodness. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" I have a tissue just in case, because I always do. "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they've put him." Now, isn't that your first response when something's missing like that? What'd you do with it? Okay. At this, she turned around and she saw Jesus standing there. But she did not realize that it was him. She didn't realize it was Jesus. "Woman," he said, "why are you crying? Who is it you're looking for?" Now, is that sassy or what? You know, who do you think I'm looking for? You, baby. You know, I've come to your tomb and you weren't in there. Okay? But he asked her, "Why are you crying? Who are you looking for?" And thinking he was the gardener, because she didn't recognize this materialized spirit. See, the phenomena of Easter, materialization. We've already had the levitation. You know, they rolled the stone away from the entrance to the tomb. Oh, wow. "Sir, if you've carried him away, please tell me where you've put him, and I will go get him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." That's what gets me every time. That's the reason I have this. Can you imagine your loved one coming up and standing in front of you when he had been put to death and you saw it? And standing right there in front of you and speaking in his natural voice, direct voice phenomena, and calling your name. That familiar sound, Mary. She turned toward him and said, "Rabboni," teacher. She recognized it. She recognized his voice. She recognized him. Can you imagine? I can't. If my love did that to me, I'd go up and try to grab him, okay? But that isn't what she could do. Because he told her, he said, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet returned to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God, before he appeared to them in the upper room. All of this is the wonderful phenomena of rebirth, of resurrection, of what gives us hope, of this continuous life that we in spiritualism know is all of our destinies. Yes, we have that opportunity too. Yes, but I think we rise immediately. I don't know what this 3-day thing. Okay. I don't want to wait 3 days. I just want to be out. Okay. But it's the materialization of the Spirit. It's seeing the Spirit. It's feeling that energy. Hearing that voice again. It would give you, it gives me cold chills. I don't know. But it's the idea that this was the beginning of the understanding. This was the beginning of people recognizing that Spirit can walk and talk with us again. I don't know about you, but I got a whole house full of ghosties at home. I say, what are y'all doing now? You hear little noises, and I don't know how they do these explosion things. It goes, boom. And I say, what are you up to? I just talk to them like I talk to you. They don't answer that often, but anyway, it's like there's all kinds of phenomena because they come in because they're close to us. They love us. They want to be near us, and particularly those who have been very dear to us in life. But we find that as we look at some of these excerpts from the beginning of Enlightenment time, yes, there was direct voice, there was prophecy, there was levitation, there was materialization, there was apportation. What was the apportation? His body. Okay? Dematerialized, rematerialized. Because we wouldn't have the shroud of what is it? Shroud of Turin if they hadn't found his body. Okay? So all of these things happened. Phenomena. Just like they happen today, right? Absolutely. So I think that we should share this understanding with those around us, with the loved ones and the people that mean so much to us. I look forward to the time when I can come back and speak in your ear. and just let you know, I'm not dead, I am risen. I think it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous opportunity. There's so many people, the greatest fear in the world is fear of death. And spiritualism gets rid of it. Because we no longer fear death. Because we know that immediately we rise out of the body. Immediately we rise out of the body. If you're in an auto accident, you just look back and see what happened, You're not down there feeling all this, stuff. You're watching it from a distance. If you have any kind of turmoil or anything of that kind, you're not still in the body. Have you ever been next to the bed of someone who's passing to the spirit side of life? Holding their hand? I have many times. I look at them and their eyes go kind of glassy. Okay? I look at them and say, who are you seeing? And invariably, they tell you. Oh, I see my wife. I see my mother. Because they can see Spirit. And so they also experience this wonderful thing called being arisen. Yes. So when you think of this time of year, appreciate the fact that we have a wonderful opportunity to share our belief through this story. Yes, it's a Christian holiday. They worship the cross. We don't. I've said to so many people, I say, well, if you're wearing that cross, you're worshiping death. You're not worshiping resurrection. Okay? Of course, my friend who's a Catholic kind of argued with me. But anyway, I feel like that we need to realize that we are alive and well. We're just inhabiting this human body while we're here. We are a spirit having a wonderful experience, a learning experience. So thank you for being here this morning.